You don't care about me.
I do care.
In what way? Yeah, you like me as a father figure, because you don't give a about me.
Yes, I do.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it here, haunt you. Maybe one day you will.
For nearly 5 hours, the brutality you just witnessed played out inflicted by Keith Johansson on his wife, Brandy. And then, at the end of it all, he made a final, chilling choice. Tragically, by the next morning, Keith's horrifying wish had become reality. Brandy was discovered dead, a gun lying beside her body. At approximately 10:40 a.m., April 7th, 2018, deputies from the Flagler Sheriff's Office received a call from Keith Johansson.
I was in the shower. I heard gunshots. I think my wife shot herself.
What happened?
I was in the shower, and I heard some gunshots.
Okay.
I think that my wife accidentally shot herself.
Do you think she did this to harm herself, or do you think this was accidental? Any idea?
No, I think it's accidental.
Okay, is she breathing? She talking to you, breathing anything?
Yes, she's breathing.
All right. Is she able to say anything to you?
Baby. Hey. Baby, no. She thinks you'll hear it.
Okay.
I can hear her breathe, though.
By the time officers arrived, it was already too late.
Taking a shower?
Okay.
Oh, relax. It's my wife, man. I got you.
Brandy was found shot dead in her bedroom with 2 9mm casings beside her. One bullet was a rubber round that hit her chest. The second was a real bullet, fired straight through her right breast.
What's going on today?
Nothing.
You guys were talking?
Yeah, man, we got up. I took a shower. Just made her coffee.
Okay.
When I
Once you guys
took
wake
a
up?
shower, I heard boom, boom, boom. I got out.
As Brandy's body was sent for autopsy, investigators turned to the only witness, her husband Keith.
She just wanted to come talk to you. You were cool with giving her a statement, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
No problems with that.
Um,
How's my son doing?
But detectives quickly needed to determine, were these tears real or an act? Keith begins muddying the waters immediately, but detectives didn't believe him. 2 accidental shots to the chest? Highly unlikely. And his next request only made him look worse.
Oh, she has her own too. Often, like, she would move one, or if we were out in the living room, she would take one with her, you know, and just to have one around.
Why was a grieving husband suddenly worried about disposing of guns?
She's gone? Oh, God.
Shut up. Just kind of.
You serious?
Search teams swept the home, and the evidence kept piling up. Keith had installed cameras covering nearly the entire house, except the bedroom. But the footage wasn't stored locally. It was saved remotely by the camera company, Arlo.
And I immediately called.
okay.
I mean,
Where did you look for your phone?
It was on my bed in the room,
Okay.
I believe.
And you jump out of the shower. You were naked.
Yeah.
Investigators would need a warrant. While waiting, they brought Keith in for questioning 4 hours after the death. Before detectives entered, a chaplain spoke with him first.
I can't wrap around why she'd be taken. I mean, she's so young. We just got married not too long ago, less than a year. We're starting on our life in a brand new house.
But Keith left out the truth. He controlled every part of Brandy's life. No friends, no job, total financial and emotional manipulation. He even admitted to extreme jealousy.
For the most part, yeah. She had this online thing, you know what I mean, that she admitted to. You know, I've been flirting online, but who cares? You didn't do nothing physically.
But if Brandy killed herself, there had to be a reason. Keith claims their relationship was perfect.
You know, and that's very rare. I've had one bad relationship before, and that was nothing like this one. And we're trying to start a new life, you know, in a new house.
It wasn't. He controlled her, monitored her, distrusted her and was furious over an online interaction she had.
The angle that we're taking is based on you're saying that she could not have done this to herself.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that she.
So
couldn't
well,
have.
you told me.
I'm saying that's not her.
But you told me in the thing that the words that you said exactly, and this stuck with me, is that you said you could just rule that out.
Yeah, she's not suicidal.
Something different happened that you have not told us.
None. Because that's what happened. I got no reason to lie, you guys. I mean, you guys are investigators, for God's sake.
Detectives then turned to the only other witness, their son, 6-year-old Ryland.
She went to the hospital.
Oh, tell me about that.
She was, my dad was in the shower, my mom was in her bedroom, and she accidentally shot herself.
But then something important slipped out right there during Ryland's conversation. Keith had coached the child, and now the truth began closing in. Detectives confronted Keith about the situation.
This is the real story.
Okay. And you are completely entitled to that.
Ask Ryland. I mean, that's all that happened.
We did ask him.
Okay.
And you know what he told us?
When detectives
why,
mentioned Ryland hearing a scream, Keith panicked. He accused the child of lying. The pressure mounted. Keith became so agitated by the female detective, forcing her to leave the room.
But what I am saying is with my training, my experience, and the crime scene, the accident that you're laying out isn't the one that happened.
You guys can try to pin an accident on me.
Allowing the male detective to take over.
So, listen to me, dude. I know this is a tough day for you.
But body cam footage soon revealed why Keith was scrolling on his phone that morning. He was deleting the camera footage. Even his father began questioning him.
The main thing, I think, is because it was 2 shots fired. But I don't. I'm not saying you did or didn't. I don't know.
I'm saying, I don't get out of the shower.
Well, that's kind of suspicious too. If you had residue on your hands, you just got out of the shower.
Sure.
Could have washed all that stuff off. Okay, no witnesses. I mean, and
this is what you get for being honest, man.
Well, maybe you're being honest. I'm not saying you are or not. I mean, I'm sure you are, but...
Keith's parents clung to hope that he was innocent. His mother entered and completely took his side as expected.
Straight up.
I know.
Okay.
Well, you would never hurt anybody.
I know, and I was here voluntarily.
You have never even hit anybody.
I know.
That's why you keep your mouth shut.
Well, I told
because they can take everything out of context.
Sure.
Even if Keith kept his mouth shut, it would not stop the secrets he is so desperately trying to hide from spilling over. Because after this interview, detectives received both the autopsy reports and the surveillance footage. The findings in the autopsy stated that although this could have been a suicide, the probability of someone shooting themselves twice was low. Additionally, the presence of methamphetamine was also found within Brandy's body. But these would not be the most important findings. By studying entry and exit wounds and damages to the surrounding area, medical examiners can easily determine the distance from which a bullet was fired. In this case, the second real bullet was found to be fired from 3 feet away. Even if this was an accident, or at worst a self-inflicted death, Brandy could not have shot herself from this distance. Within the same time frame, the surveillance company Arlo also gave up the footage of the home between April 5th and April 7th, the day of the murder. And what the officers found was terrifying.
Yeah, you push a person to either beat or kill you because you're a whore. Man. I'll see how you can do that, man. Because it's not worth nothing now.
Brandy was unable to open up to friends and family about the kind of life she was living. In partner abuse situations, reluctance like this often stems from several factors: dependency, shame, and guilt.
You can become a f***ing lion, cheating, and slut. I will never trust you again. Ever. So you might as well get out of my life.
In Brandy's case, the dependency was produced by Keith on purpose when he made her quit her job. Brandy had no one else to rely on but him. The shame was because Brandy was afraid of how her own family would look at her, and the guilt because she had internalized Keith's psychological manipulation. After she admitted to having an online affair, Keith felt he had free rein to command her to do whatever he wanted by guilt-tripping her. Using this incident, Brandy became consumed by guilt and would not speak out about anything Keith did, even if this meant he killed her. This recording was from the evening of April 5th, 2 days before Brandy was killed. Tragically, this relentless abuse by Keith continued for 5 hours non-stop. However, the worst was yet to come, because 2 days later, on April 7th, a hellish day would begin. After a brief conversation with the preacher, the couple leaves and Brandy returns to Ryland, talking to him and preparing breakfast.
I love you. No, I do.
But unbeknownst to this little child, this anticipation and excitement would turn into sheer terror. By 10:33 a.m., an argument breaks out between Keith and Brandy downstairs. To recoup, Brandy crouches into a corner for a while before following Keith upstairs. 4 minutes later, at 10:37 a.m., Keith is seen pacing around downstairs while on the phone with 911, contrary to his initial story of being in the shower. Moreover, he is seen hiding something which was later discovered to be methamphetamine. It is unknown whether the meth in Brandy's system was taken willingly by her or whether it was forcefully given to her. Regardless, it does not change the fact that he killed his own wife in cold blood. Consequently, Keith went on to be charged with first-degree murder. But before the trial could begin, Keith claimed to be mentally ill in order to escape his fate. Although he was quickly declared competent to stand trial, this would only be the start of his insane claims to escape prosecution. Shortly after being charged and kept in a cell, he would make a call to his parents where his father blatantly confronts him for his actions.
What did the lawyer have to say?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
All I can say is with the charges you have, there is no probation, and you're looking at 30 years max, 20 years minimum.
Jesus. Kidding me?
No.
If this was not disgusting enough, Keith's next plan was blaming Ryland, his own 6-year-old stepson, for the murder.
What if it was him?
I don't know, Keith, but, he's a little boy.
I know.
Fortunately, such an absurd claim would not work. For 3 whole years, the entire time he was awaiting trial, Keith remained behind bars. On October 26, 2021, Keith Johansson's trial began. This time around, his alibi would change once more as his defense claimed that the entire situation was self-defense. In fact, Keith took the stand himself to explain exactly what he claimed happened on the morning of April 7th. For prosecutors, absurd statements like these would be easy to dismantle given the overwhelming amount of evidence.
So the night of the 5th that we see on video?
We were both using.
Okay, when we see you on video with smoking with pipes, that's meth?
Right.
Okay. And so you use it that night, you use it into the wee hours of the 6th, is that what you're saying?
I used it that night and like after 12.
Prosecutors went on to show the jury every single second of the recordings obtained by police. Given that there were hours and hours of footage of Keith abusing Brandy, the jury were convinced who the real victim was. Consequently, it would take them less than 3 hours to come to a conclusion. Keith Johansson was given life in prison without the possibility of parole.